So I've talked about this a little bit, not like in long detail. I'm going to take myself off this screen. Yeah, so the NXL has started to use this drone footage, which I very much like. I think that it gives you a very good like angle on the field. You can kind of see everything that's happening. I really like this angle. I mean, I think the biggest problem with it is a drone, right? So it does take batteries, so they got to keep launching it up there. If we're going to maintain this angle for a very long time, it makes it a little bit difficult. One of the things that I think is good about this layout or this style is that you can kind of see everyone, right? You can see literally every person on the field very quickly. It didn't take that long, right? I can locate and find literally every person extremely fast. And then we can also easily just kind of see where those people are shooting by just looking, right? I mean, it's obvious this guy's shooting. He's shooting outside, shooting inside, shooting inside. So it's really easy to kind of like figure out where all the players are and just, watch this game easier. I think because when we're switching off to like crazy angles where they're like close-ups, it's just a little bit more difficult to see where people are at. You can see like the player up close and it might look cool because you're seeing him like shoot his gun or whatever. Maybe sometimes they get a good over the shoulder angle that makes it cool because you can see where the paint is going. But I think that the NXL should stay on this layout all the time, or this camera angle, maybe like 80% of the time or something like that, because we can always see what's happening, right? But we can even look at this and wonder why there's only one guy shooting snake side on this left side of the field, right? Because I think that if you have a player right here in the snake that far up and you only have one guy shooting this way, that's probably bad, right? I think that you might need another guy looking this way just to protect that guy even more because you have such a like advantage into the field. But what I really want them to do is tell us straight on the screen where people are shooting. And I think ideally the way you do this was with arrows. So I'd like that to be an arrow, but like in this program, it's hard for me to do an arrow. But like, look at how fast I can just kind of like draw on the screen to show like where people are all kind of shooting. I mean, it's so easy to like be like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. That's where they're all shooting. And then you can just get rid of it all if you want. I mean, there'd be definitely a smoother way to do that rather than me like kind of ghetto doing it on an iPad. And they do make professional software that's going to work far better than just my like rigging it up on an iPad. So I really, really like this like angle. It's the angle that we see when we're watching literally every other sport. I mean, if you're watching basketball, baseball, football, hockey, you name it, you're seeing that like top down angle. I mean, we're not going to see like super close up bunker moves sometimes because you're going to be on that angle. But I also think because we're watching this angle, you can see when the players are moving really easy and then switch to whatever camera you want. There's going to be a big bank of different cameras and you have to pick which camera you want. So we're constantly, I think, maintained. I don't have a button for this iPad. I think we're constantly like trying to maintain this angle just because, it's so easy to just see where everyone is. You don't have to like guess where people are at. You don't have to guess what the kill count is, right? A lot of the time we're like, I don't know, are there people shot? I don't know, because you can't see the field. So I really like this layout or this like way that the like camera is in the air. The only like I was kind of thinking about how to do this like technically though, and I think you'd either have to be having rotating drones, like you have multiple drones and then send different drones up when batteries die. You could mount something on a pole, but the pole would be so high that it would probably be kind of dangerous. You'd probably have to really strap the pole down. And you actually might get like movement in the pole. So having the drone up there, the drone can stay like extremely stable in the air. Whereas that pole might get some wobbly and windy situations. So I think that maybe even just using drones. I don't know. I just really like those overhead drone shots And it's not really been possible for paintball to do that really until the last few years. I mean, we've had drones for a long time, but being able to get good footage off that drone streamed down to the like live stream really hasn't only happened in like, it's only been the last few years we've really been able to do that.